Hey guys, it's me Vishnu and this is the third episode of how to get better at Pyraminx. So let's get started. So in this episode I'll be going over some tips for layer block building and I'll be breaking down this video into two segments. Those two segments are beginner block building and advanced block building. So the timestamps are given in the description down below and you can watch the part you like. So let's get started. So this is the first segment of the video, which is the beginner block building segment, and this is for the people who have never block builded in Pyraminx and wanted to get started with block building. So in this beginner block building segment I'll be mostly covering the parts like preserving blocks and using them for lesser move count for blocks. So starting off with what is a block and how to recognize a block. So this is an example for a block, and here you have two pieces connected with both the centers. This is a block, and which is not a block is this, where this is connected but the other side with the other center it is not connected. This is not a block. So these are some examples for you to recognize the blocks. So now, after knowing what blocks are, we need to start preserving them. So to show you guys how to preserve blocks, I'll give you guys 4 scrambles so you will get the hang of block building. So this is the first scramble and the scramble will be up here. And so in this scramble we can recognize this block, the yellow blue block, and that is the only block here. And most beginners would start like something like bringing all the centers, but that can ruin blocks sometimes. So first I'll bring this center and this center, then this center, and which makes a block. If I first put this center and this center, it will ruin this block. So I will use this center, then this center, and I can just finish the rest like how LBL is. So that's it for the first scramble. So this is the second scramble, and in this scramble we have the block here, and that's it. And in this scramble what's different is the block is already in place. What I mean already in place means if I move 2 more centers, it is just there solved. So I need to preserve this, so I will move it away, then put the center, then bring up this and bring up the other center, and I'll solve the rest. So that's it for the second scramble. This is the third scramble, and here we have this block, and this is not a block because it is the green is not paired, and this is the second block. And I can start with these 2 tips. And the mistake every beginner does is carelessly moving centers, which is not good. And I'll bring up this while preserving these 2, and I can't bring this because this block gets broken, and this block I will just move it there, and that piece just came. And last layer. Okay, so this is the last scramble for the beginner segment. So here I have a big block. So this and this are connected, and the yellow and green and the yellow red are connected. So this is a huge block, and this is another block. but I think we are going to preserve this only because preserving this might take a lot of moves, so it won't be worth it. So I'll be preserving only these. So I'll start with 3 tips, and I can preserve this, but it could be a lot of moves. So first I'll move up this center, and I can't move this. Then if I move this, it's gonna break both of these. So uh, I will move this down and bring up this center, and we have a V. Then I will, oh, this is a last layer skip case, so I will do this. So that's it for this fourth scramble. So I guess it's clear now that beginner block building is just making use of blocks already made, and you can't use this all the time because you'll not get blocks all the time. And I suggest you to practice this a lot and until you're sub 8 and sub 7. So let's get into the second segment. So coming to the second segment of this video. So in this segment, I'll be teaching you guys some advanced layer block building tips. And now I'll stop you there, because if you are watching this, you wanna get fast, then I suggest you to go learn L4E after you are good with beginner block building, which will help you in further improvement. So let's start with advanced layer block building. Let's start with advanced layer block building. So this is very similar to advanced V block building, which we use in L4E. And don't forget beginner block building, as it can come in handy when we have blocks, and I use it most of the time and it is very helpful. So the concept of advanced block building is trying to add more pieces to a block or creating your own blocks in an efficient way. So one example for both of these are here, and so I will start with adding pieces, I guess. Here I have this, so I'll start with these 3 tips, and I will join this with this block, which also brings up the center. Then I'll bring down this center and this center, and I'll do the rest. So that is for adding pieces. So this is for creating your own block. So creating your own block means it is very similar to adding pieces, but you guys can see 2 blocks, but I won't use them for demonstration purposes. So I'll start with 3 tips. Then I will move this green to here, then bring down this and this, and this is a very easy last layer skip. So those are 2 concepts kind of thing for advanced block building. Now I won't stop you there, because you can go more further than this in advanced block building, create your own stuff. So the first example solve. So here I would start with green and these 2 tips. So here I would kind of insert green here like this, and this red and green can go here, and bring this down while bringing this green, and that's the layer, and that's the solve. I know it might be very confusing now, but it is confusing because it's not that easy to teach block building. So I'm giving an attempt. I don't know how it will be. Comment down below how my teaching is. So that's it for the first solve. So this is the second scramble. So we have this big block, but I'm not going to use that. So I'll do green for demonstration purposes. So I'm gonna add this piece here to make this block, and I'll move this green red here to make this block, and I'll bring up this center, preserve this block, and bring this center and bring up the last one and last layer. So this is the third scramble. As you can see, there are no blocks, and I think I'll do yellow. I'll start with 2 tips, R, then I'll join this and bring down the centers, and this is the last layer skip case. And I suggest you guys to learn the last layer skip cases. They are very helpful. So that's it. So moving on to the next scramble. So this is the last scramble, and I have this block, but I'm not going to do that. So okay, I have this yellow block and I'm going to join it with this. So I'll bring this up, join this piece, and I probably do these 2 tips and preserve that block and move the center, insert the last edge. So you might get the hang of it. It's not easy, I know. Watch more walkthroughs. When I have a walkthrough, if you want to see, I'll place a link here, and it is an L4U walkthrough. Just you can use the V block building and add an edge, then it will be easy for you guys. And the L4U part must be a bit confusing for you guys, so I don't try inefficient fancy stuff and all. Rather you must try more efficient stuff and try and discover new ways to build blocks. So that's it for advanced layer block building. So that's it for this video, and you might see the background is all changed, and comment down below how's the background and the audio quality and stuff. Give me more feedback, guys. I need your feedback, and sorry I couldn't upload more videos because I had my tests and all. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon, and share this video with your friends, and happy cubing.